KELSO welcomed Melrose to Poynder Park for a February border derby clash in the Scottish Premiership, with the home side battling for points to avoid relegation and the visitors sitting just outside the playoff places. Melrose had suffered a narrow defeat and a draw in their 2025 league games so far, but got off to the best of starts here in KELSO when, after controlling the opening stages, flanker Alan Ferry crashed over for the opening score, which was converted by Luke Townsend. The conditions worsened, but KELSO found their footing, and it wasn't long before they had their own period of domination and Bruce McNeil twisted his way to the try line. This was followed by a Dwayne Patterson conversion for a 7-all scoreline after 15 minutes. The reply from Melrose came immediately, as the visitors went straight back up the other end and Corey Goldsborough was on the end of a crash ball to power over for an unconverted score. This was followed by a scoreless period until the 30-minute mark, when KELSO's Archie Barber exploded through the Melrose defence before sending Murray Woodcock in for a well-created converted try. The hosts now led the game, and 2 Patterson penalties before half-time increased that lead further, with the scores at 20 points to 12 at the break. Chasing the game by 8, Melrose came out firing at the start of the second half, but couldn't change the scoreline. Crucially, when deep in the Melrose half, it was KELSO who took their chances, and it was experienced scrum half Andy Tate who took the opportunistic route for a try and a 15-point lead. Patterson added another penalty with 20 minutes to play, and Melrose threw everything at the game to get back in it. All they could manage, however, was a consolation score, with Alan Ferry getting his second of the afternoon. But this result was all about the relegation battling KELSO, who seemed to score at all the right times, collecting 4 valuable points from the Premiership, as well as the win in the Border League and retention of the Bill McLaren Shield. Full time at Poynder Park, KELSO 30, Melrose 19.
It was always going to be a tough game coming down here. It's never easy, but yeah, guys stuck in, to be fair. But as I say, KELSO just played on top of us in the right places of the pitch for them. So it was always going to be tough.
And where would you say that the game was won and lost for you, from your perspective out there?
I think we probably played too much in our own half, which is becoming a wee bit of a recurring theme. But maybe didn't clear well enough and whatever else. And as I say, just left KELSO kind of run right in the goal zone. So it was always going to be difficult if we didn't exit properly. So
they were up 20-12 at half time. The 2 penalties from Dwayne Patterson made a difference. 2 tries each that first half. And what was it you said to the players at half time, and what was said to Melrose, because you came out strong in the start of the second half again?
Yeah, absolutely. We were it was only 8 points in the game, so it was by no means kind of gone. Next points on the board is always important, kind of championship minutes 10 minutes after half time. So we maybe came out and did what we wanted to do, but just kind of backing that up and keeping it for the next 30 minutes was always obviously not good enough. But again, credit to KELSO. It was they obviously kind of had the same idea, and sadly they were just a wee bit better than us. So.
Yeah, we knew what was going to come from Melrose. We always knew what they were going to bring, but we knew what our group can come and show what we can do, and we came out on top, which is always the main thing in this. Which we are in a relegation battle, but we were trying to get out of it, and we were going in the right way.
What was the difference there today? I remember watching you at the Greenyard. Things didn't quite click at the Greenyard. You lost that game up there. You've come home and you've won a good game against Mar a couple of weeks ago down here, and you've done it again against Melrose. What is it that makes a difference down here?
Just training hard Tuesday, Thursday, and then obviously Poynder's a little bit of a fortress. The crowd gets behind you, it does lift you. And I love playing here, and it's a buzz around here. It just lifts us on the pitch. So big credit to the supporters.
What made the difference out there for you in terms of that performance? You seemed to score at key moments, and that seemed to be big. And that, as I was saying to Angus there, that score for Andy Tate on the hour mark in the second half was huge for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was massive. We said at half time that we had another gear to go, and sometimes it wasn't pretty out there, but sometimes we did have a foot on the throat and we went for it, and that's all the coaches really asked for this week.